Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most legendary Darth Vader moments from across the Star Wars universe. You might sense some spoilers ahead.
I am your father.
Number 10, Vader's Introduction, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Darth Vader has become one of the greatest villains in cinema, and justifiably so. Right off the bat, his debut in A New Hope does not disappoint.
Where are those transmissions you intercepted? What have you done with those plans?
When the Rebel spaceship, the Tantive 4, is intercepted by the Empire, a fleet of stormtroopers overpower the Rebels, and then out steps Vader.
I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
In terms of first impressions, this moment is pretty much perfect. It has everything from his signature raspy breathing, to dispatching a foe, to bossing the stormtroopers around. Immediately, we know Darth Vader is a force to be reckoned with.
She'll die before she'll tell you anything.
Leave that to me.
Number 9, Capture at Cloud City, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. It goes without saying that Darth Vader can hold his own against pretty much anyone. In this scene, he comes across like an apex predator playing with his prey, and it's terrifyingly mesmerizing.
We would be honored if you would join us.
When Lando Calrissian meets with Han, Chewbacca, and Leia on Cloud City, he ends up betraying them, taking them right to the Sith Lord. Honestly, seeing Vader at a dining table like he's just someone pleasantly awaiting his guests is pretty funny. But when he deflects Han's blaster shots and takes the gun using the Force, we quickly remember that he's not messing around.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Number 8, Force Choking Conan Mati, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. You'd think it'd be a no-brainer not to try and belittle Darth Vader. After all, he's one of the most feared Sith Lords for good reason. Unfortunately, the Imperial officer Conan Mati proves he isn't the brightest in that regard.
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader.
He verbally berates Vader in A New Hope, and even criticizes his connection to the Force. This bold move, and by bold we mean dumb and highly insulting, leads to a rude awakening for Conan as Vader proceeds to Force choke him. Grand Moff Tarkin convinces him to release Conan, but we bet he got the message. He, like Krennic in Rogue One, would be wise not to choke on his aspirations.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
Number 7, Becoming Darth Vader, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. When Anakin turns to the dark side, he does heinous things like leading an attack on the Jedi Temple. But what initially cements his transformation into Darth Vader is when he strikes Mace Windu to save Chancellor Palpatine. By doing this, he gives the Chancellor, who's been outed as a Sith Lord, enough time to recover and kill Windu. While Anakin feels bad, this regret is only temporary. As Palpatine reveals his true nature, he gives Anakin the name he'd become best known by.
Darth Vader.
You can say what you want about the prequels, but Anakin's tragic fall from grace is incredible to watch. Number 6, The Duel with Ahsoka, Star Wars Rebels. Twilight of the Apprentice is one of the most memorable episodes of Star Wars Rebels for a reason. After all, it gives us the long-awaited clash between Darth Vader and Ahsoka Tano.
I'm glad I gave you something to look forward to.
We need not be adversaries. The Emperor will show you mercy.
She was Anakin Skywalker's Padawan, but when she finally confronts her former master on Malachor, she knows she has to stop him. Their fast-paced duel is as emotional as it is action-packed. For them to face off now, after so long, only adds to the drama of this already deeply personal showdown. This is a beautiful battle we couldn't forget even if we tried.
Anakin. I won't leave you. Not this time.
Then you will die.
Number 5, Darth Vader kills Obi-Wan, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. you have inflicted as much damage onto Darth Vader as Obi-Wan Kenobi, so when the two friends-turned-enemies see each other once again, you can bet Vader wants revenge.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last.
When the group infiltrates the Death Star to save Princess Leia, Obi-Wan sacrifices himself so the others can make it out alive. This means taking on Vader one last time. Their duel is short but swift, with the villain delivering a deadly blow to his former master, who resigns himself. What makes this scene so compelling is that even though he finally kills him, he arguably doesn't get closure. Of course, that's why it's such an unforgettable Darth Vader moment. It brings the complexity of his story to the fore.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Number 4. Hallway Destruction. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. How do you make someone who's already one of the most menacing villains ever even scarier? Bathe him in red light and stick him in a hallway with people who have wronged him. As the rebels try to dash away with the Death Star plans, he stops them. And let's just say there's no need to worry about him fighting slowly. He moves a mile a minute as he indiscriminately does away with everyone. This is a grand sci-fi epic. With this moment, it feels like we're watching a horror movie. Rebels meeting such a gruesome fate reminds us that we'd never want to be in a confined space with this guy. Number 3. Returning to the Light. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Considering every atrocious thing Darth Vader's done, you might liken the idea of his redemption to a cold day in hell. Well, we're here to tell you it sure is a cold day in hell during the final moments of Return of the Jedi.
You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
When Luke is nearly killed by the Emperor, Vader eventually decides to betray his master. He overpowers Darth Sidious and defeats him, saving his son. This finally brings Anakin Skywalker back. While he succumbs to his injuries and dies, he's able to look at Luke one final time.
I won't leave you.
Whether he deserves forgiveness is debatable, but this scene could warm even the iciest of hearts. Number 2. Fighting Obi-Wan on Mustafar. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The tensions between Anakin and Obi-Wan finally boil over on the lava planet of Mustafar. From start to finish, this epic clash of two ideologically opposed enemies keeps us on the edge of our seats. As they engage in a relentless battle, it becomes clear to both Obi-Wan and the audience that Anakin is long gone. We're now dealing with Darth Vader, and we can practically feel the aura of hatred radiating off of him. While he ultimately ends up on the losing end of the battle, the loss is instrumental to his evolution. After all, he wouldn't have donned the suit if his body wasn't burned to a crisp. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Getting his armor, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This suit completes Anakin's transformation into Darth Vader. Dragging Obi-Wan through fire, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Darth Vader gets payback.
Now you will suffer, Obi-Wan.
Intercepting the rebels, Star Wars Rebels. Vader isn't prepared to let them win after all.
I don't fear you.
Then you will die braver than most.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. I Am Your Father. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. We're not exaggerating when we say that this is one of the greatest plot twists in cinematic history. As Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader battle on Bespin during The Empire Strikes Back, the villain overpowers the young Jedi. Luke has some impressive outings against the Empire, but when it comes down to fighting the Sith Lord here, he's hopelessly outmatched. Vader corners him before dropping the enormous bombshell that he is in fact his father.
He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
We can't quite blame Luke for being upset. If anything, he might have been a little more willing to join the dark side if dear old dad hadn't done that to his arm. Hey, Darth Vader knows how to leave his mark, and it's epic, unbeatable stuff. Is there a badass Darth Vader moment we missed? Let us know in the comments.
I will tolerate your weakness no longer.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.